Imagine a man waiting for a phone call. It's like the beginning of a story. Sorry, work. Legal crisis. Can we bring this up again? Oh, of course. Do you have free time this weekend? Let's go grab some sushi together. From Anna's tone, Gunan could tell she was super eager about her date with Jack, but Adam seemed quite pleased with her, even asking Annie out again on Saturday and sending her flowers the next day. Little did she, Annie saw the card and tossed the flowers into the trash. Jack's colleagues kept spreading the word all day. With more colleagues aware of her and Anna's story, Jack's intentions became apparent, sparking heated discussions and suggestions. Taking action is always better than waiting around, so she decided to gift Annie a whisk and a clip. After a day of cool-off, Anna's anger simmered down significantly. She realized Jack wasn't trying to play tricks on her. Still, she decided not to pursue anything further with Jack. Adam, her actual date, felt the same. On Saturday, she hurriedly paid her bill and rushed home to ponder her finances, realizing Annie was in a bit of a financial pickle lately. With her business struggling and cash running low, she signed up for the annual cupcake competition. If she won, she'd snag $30,000 and all her problems would vanish like magic. So now she focuses solely on prepping for the contest. Who has time for romance? She met Adam out of her friend's goodwill. The misunderstanding would change her life. Jack, lacking Anna's contact details, had to visit the dessert shop again. With his prior gift as a hint, Annie didn't kick him out, but told him she wasn't dating anyone now. As she prepared to decline with too busy at work, a co-worker said, "I can handle it, go ahead." Cornered, she went with Jack. Asked about Adam, Annie was brutally honest. She directly expressed her intention not to date, and even hinted at her financial woes. Jack, however, wasn't fazed and changed the subject instead, and for the rest of the time, she bombarded him with questions and shared some ideas. Looking back, important moments feel surreal. The conversation flowed on, and soon it was night. As Annie was dropped off, she couldn't shake the feeling that Jack was hiding something from her after spending that afternoon together. Despite her curiosity about the truth, she wasn't eager to dig deeper. Annie had already decided that their relationship was, but the next day, events unfolded that compelled her to call Jack. The fridge decided to go on strike over the weekend. Annie called two repair companies, both stating sorry, no repairman is working today. Finally, in desperation, she even called Adam. "Hey, what's up?" "Hurry. I'm saying my oven just decided to go kaput. I've been calling repairmen on. I simply can't find anyone around. Could you possibly help me out at all?" "Oh, wait. I need to solve this quickly. Trisha, I have to go. I'll wait for you to return, okay?" Annie barely finished her sentence when he hung up. She didn't have time to wait for Adam to show up that evening. Next, Annie reached out to a few other people. They were either busy or clueless about ovens. Suddenly, a light bulb went off. She remembered that Jack was a firefighter. He must know this stuff. Sure enough, though not a pro, Jack swiftly pinpointed the issue with Anne's oven. It turned out it was a glass issue, and with just a few tweaks, he fixed Anna's headache. "Thanks a ton. You doing your thing out there is a great idea." "Jack, I can't refuse this offer." So she agreed to meet Jack the next day at the art studio. Remembering those questions he asked her on the bench, Annie, for some reason, felt a flutter of excitement. That feeling of being taken seriously was refreshing. Their exchanges made them feel closer, sharing thoughts and ideas, smiles popping up like pop. That night spent together offered Annie a rare sense of ease. Yet, as with all good things, it was short-lived, and before they knew it, it was time to say goodbye. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken feelings. Jack took the initiative to open up, and Annie found herself irresistibly drawn in, ultimately, as if under a spell, kissing the very person she had vowed she would never go out with. Indeed. After that little escapade, with some careful consideration, Annie resolved not to avoid romance, especially since there was no conflict between prepping for the contest and date. She thought, at most, these 2 months before the contest, let's not see each other too much. I need to focus on baking. The next day, Annie brought desserts to the fire station, intending to share her thoughts with him, but she didn't expect. As the plot thickened, Jack's hidden past started to peek through. Once they reached an agreement on seeing each other less, Annie accompanied Jack on a fire station tour. Passing the locker room, their boss asked Jack to get some paperwork, noticing Jack's locker open. She spontaneously nudged it open. When she heard a clatter and peeked inside, she saw a photo in the locker. It was none other than Jack, posing closely with a woman. The closeness between Jack and the woman made Anna's mind race, leaving her to conclude he was a heartbreaker. What on earth happened? In her confusion, she dashed after him, asking, "Are you sure you're not mistaken? You've duped me twice already." "What are you talking about? Your wife?" "I've seen the picture." Don't forget to subscribe.